Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you and tell you how to set boundaries without feeling guilty. This will be a tutorial, so let's get right into this instructional video tutorial. I'll be going over 4 simple things that you can do to hopefully help you set some boundaries and not feel guilty about setting those boundaries, because you should not feel guilty about setting those boundaries at all. So without further ado, we're going to try and keep this short, sweet, straight to the point. So we're going to get right into it. Take notes, take action, try these things out, sort of think about them, and hopefully they can help you out. Anyways, without further ado, we're going to start off with number 1. Number 1 is realize that you are allowed to say no. That's the first step, to be honest with you. Realize that you're allowed to say no. Saying no, you are allowed to say no. Saying no most of the time in life is okay. There are obviously some times when you can't say no when it comes to legal stuff and this and that. But basically, in terms of setting boundaries for like your friends and your family members and like your coworkers and like people that you randomly meet, you're allowed to say no. Okay? As long as legally you're allowed to say no, then guess what? You're allowed to say no. So of course, like I said, there are exceptions in terms of like legally in certain things you can't say no because like legally, of course. So in terms of legally, you might not be able to say no in very specific cases. But when we're talking about regular everyday life, going to work, being at home, talking to your neighbor, talking to your coworker, talking to your friends and family, yeah, you're allowed to say no most of the time. So just realize that, understand that, get that in your mind, okay? Anyways, moving on, and I already explained, like I said, I already went in depth. Obviously, there are exceptions when it comes to, legal stuff. So yes, legally, you always have to make sure that you are being legal and you are being safe and you are doing everything safely and legally. But as long as you are doing everything safely and legally, okay, then, when we're talking about regular everyday situations, yeah, most of the time you're allowed to say no, with obviously the exceptions in terms of sometimes legally and safely and so on and so forth. But yeah, you're allowed to say no. Understand that most of the time you're allowed to say no, and obviously make sure you are, doing everything legally and safely all the time. So anyways, I really overdid that one. So we're going to try and keep the next ones even shorter and even sweeter. We are moving on to number 2. Number 2 is understand that your wants and needs matter. Okay? Your wants and needs matter. What you want and what you need matters. So you can set boundaries according to those wants and needs. And people should respect those wants and needs and your boundaries. Okay? If someone can't respect your boundary, maybe they're not respecting your wants and needs. And you have to reevaluate your relationship with them and how that's going to look in the future. Understand that your wants and needs matter. Simple as that. You will feel way less guilty when you put your wants and needs as a priority when you're setting boundaries. You'll feel way less guilty. You won't feel guilty at all when you've placed them as a high enough priority. Hopefully that's the case. Hopefully you won't feel guilty at all in the future. That's what we're working towards. Anyways, moving on to number 3. Number 3 is understand that if someone can't respect your boundaries, it's on them. Okay, oftentimes we go to blame ourselves, and it's okay to blame yourself and figure out sort of where you went wrong or what role you played in the problem. I get that. That's a good thing to understand the role that you played. But if you have done what you could, okay, and you've set the boundaries and someone cannot respect the boundaries, them not respecting the boundaries is on them. Of course, you should look internally and figure out, if you did the right thing and the role that you played in the problem and so on and so forth. So you understand the grander scheme of things, because it's never 100% someone else's fault. It's never 100% someone's fault. It can be 99.99999% someone's fault, but there's always different roles that make up that at least a tiny percentage of the problem. So yes, it's good to look internally at what role you played in what's going on. But if someone can't respect your boundaries, it's on them. It's their problem. Okay? Stop blaming yourself for them not being able to respect your boundaries. And stop guilting yourself for them not being able to respect your boundaries. Set boundaries. Okay? And just understand that if people can't respect them, then maybe you have to reevaluate the relationship. And it's not your fault necessarily. It's probably mostly their fault. That they can't respect your boundaries. Anyways, before I move on to the next one, I'm going to just say a very quick story. So I thought this video was going to be short and sweet, and it still is. I'm just going to keep this story really quick. Okay. I have 4 young kids. My wife and I have 4 young kids together. And from when the first one was born, I made it very clear, I'm going to set the boundaries for when you come and visit the kids, even for my parents and my in-laws and my sisters and brother-in-laws, like all my family members and neighbors, friends, whatever the case is. Okay. I set the boundaries, and they were very, very reasonable boundaries, extremely reasonable boundaries, right? And I set the boundaries, and I made it very clear. If you don't respect these boundaries, we're going to have a conversation, and we're going to have a problem, me and you. And guess what? Everybody respected the boundaries. And because I was looking after the well-being of my children, from when we had the first child, I already had these boundaries in place. Because I was looking after the well-being of my children, I didn't feel guilty. I had my kids' best interest in mind all the time, as I always do every moment of my life. I always have their best interest in mind. I'm a father before I'm anything else in life. I consider myself to be the number one father that I can possibly be. Okay? Anyways, I had their best interest in mind, so I didn't feel guilty, and I was very stern about it. I was like, listen, these boundaries are reasonable. These guidelines are reasonable. Respect them, please, and we won't have any problems. It'll be all happiness. And guess what? Everyone respected those boundaries, and it worked. Okay? So, trust me, it works. It works. And yes, I know I'm a loud, headstrong type of person, but even if you don't have this personality, it works. You can set boundaries and not feel guilty if you do them the right way. Anyways, last but not least is number 4. Number 4 is start small and work your way bigger. Think about it as a muscle. You're flexing a muscle. You're working a muscle out. Start with these small things and work your way bigger. So you're going to start with small no's. It can be someone asking you to do a small thing and you say no, right? And then you're like, wait a sec, yeah, you know what? That felt good. That was the right thing to do. Then you can say no to the bigger things that you feel comfortable with. Some that you feel comfortable with. Some people automatically are able to just, have boundaries in place and they feel comfortable with these big boundaries. No problem. But if you don't, and you still feel guilty for setting your boundaries, start small and work your way bigger. Think about it as a muscle. You're working a muscle out. Think about it in the same way. It's just like repetitions, like reps and sets of working that muscle out, but the muscle is setting boundaries, and the result is going to be setting boundaries without feeling guilty. And yeah, of course, make sure your boundaries are reasonable. You don't want to be like ridiculous. Of course, make sure your boundaries are reasonable and they make sense. That goes without being said, but I said it anyways. All right, that's basically it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I've got nothing else to say. It went way longer than I thought, but it's all good. I, portrayed a lot of information. Hopefully you enjoyed it. But yeah, I've got nothing else to say. So with nothing else to say, we are going to roll the outro for this video. So without further ado, here's the outro for this specific video. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.